Before we get a behind-the-scenes look at Hamilton, I selfishly want to show you just how far an obsession with this musical can go.
How does a ragtag 20-something Tinder swipe in need of a shower? Somehow defeat my sister's superpower. Baby fire, leave the battlefield, holding Danica's left hand higher. Yo, turns out he has a secret weapon. His sense of humor, love of sports, he cannot come in second. He's constantly amusing and fusing Danica's own friends. Everyone give it up for America's favorite Madisonian!
So that's my sister Paige giving her maid of honor speech, which was entirely rewritten Hamilton lyrics. More than 10 minutes of singing and rapping, people, while 7 months pregnant. You go, girl. For those of you who know the show, I also walked down the aisle to Helpless, and we welcomed that little guy this week.
So you're a fan?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Paige is watching right now.
Paige is watching. She just goes, oh, Lord.
I bet.
All right, someone else who thinks that Hamilton is pretty great, Michael Bruno.
He went backstage with some of the actors as they started their run at the Overture Center here in Madison. And just a note, the touring company did not supply any video of this cast, so the video you'll see in this report is from the original Broadway cast. So let's take a look.
We fought with him. Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him.
Me, I love him.
And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him.
How do you keep this fresh? Every city is totally different. The energy is different.
What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
The responses are different. The laughs are different. Every city has its own humor, which is, I think is really interesting.
You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You remember you belong to me.
It definitely keeps it fresh, jumping from city to city. Every city is like a new beginning in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what keeps it fresh for me, too, is like this is a show where you cannot stop paying attention or you will hurt someone or yourself. Or you'll miss some little thing. So that really helps you like stay in the moment because you have to.
It's a moving train, and you've got to do your part to keep it all on track.
How incredible the choreography and the blocking and that turntable is just one of the most effective things I think I've ever seen in a show. Now, tell me about if there have been any snafus or things that have happened where you think, uh-oh, and how do you make up? Because really the pace of this thing is like, you know, the rapping, it's a lot of words you got to get out there.
Now place your bets as to who that benefits.
I mean, of course, there's like flubbed lines sometimes.
Yeah. But as far as like turntable, nothing major.
No.
And we've rehearsed contingencies in case the turntable ever doesn't work, or you know, there have been times where it moves in the wrong place, but it's never really
never like a huge
deal.
thing.
Everybody kind of just rolls with it.
And what about lyric going up?
All the time.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Everybody just does what they can to get back on track,
Right.
and you just keep. You don't even have time to think about your mistakes,
Right.
which is a huge lesson in life, I think. And this show has really taught me that. Like,
Yeah.
you're never going to find perfection in anything that you do.
No.
So this is a great lesson. You roll with the punches, and you just
Keep
get back
going.
on track, and you have no time to think about it, and you just continue.
Right. Because if you don't get back on track, you're going to miss something
Yeah, and
else.
then the next thing, you know, it's yeah.
The other thing that's really wonderful about even the original Ham is the diversity of the cast. It's just so refreshing, so wonderful to see.
Coming to work, I remember like when I first was in the building, I was like, wow, like I'm in a room with like a lot of other people that look like me or like, you know, maybe don't look like me. Or it was so, I don't even know what the word is. It's like profound.
It's liberation. It's to be able to just be who you are
And for that to be enough.
and just tell the story as a human being and not having to put on some kind of like accent or, you know, to just be and be storytellers. And, you know, anybody could tell this story, and that's the beauty of it. And it happens to be people that are not normally seen in these kinds of roles.
Right.
And that kids are used to seeing, you know, on stage. I never saw anybody that looked like me on stage, unless it was like The King and I, or you know.
Right.
Yeah. So it's inspiring for sure.
Yeah.
What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
Wow, I got to see it this week, along with you, and you know, a lot of times things don't live up to the hype. This lives up to the hype.
It exceeds the hype. We saw it in Chicago, and I thought, well, the second time around, you think, oh, is it going to be as wonderful
Right.
as it is? And this cast is so good and so talented, and they're excited about doing the show. You get to watch all that amazing choreography and amazing music, and they're such nice people too. They're really
They
nice.
sound like really nice people.
Boy, they're such great people. It's really an honor to meet them and watch this cast.
What got you hooked?
What got me? The music right off the bat. And then once you start looking into the music, you get hooked on a song, and then you see what that song's about,
Right.
and then you see where that song is in the entire story.
She gave me this
may
book.
or may not be my book.
and it tells you what all the lyrics are about.
It's incredible. I mean, just the storytelling.
There's so many
behind this.
layers. It's like an onion.
It is, and yet, and really, I tell people who've never seen it before, at least listen to the Broadway cast album, or really look at the lyrics first, because some of it goes by so fast.
So fast.
And you're looking at everything else. You have to really pay attention to so many things that things can pass you by, which is great to see it a second and third and fourth time. That's why people go back, because you're watching the choreography, and you watch that amazing turntable and the blocking and the lights.
The lighting is
lighting
remarkable.
Spectacular. Everything about it is just really awe-inspiring, and it's just it's just really an experience to see the show.
That's a good term for it. It's an experience.
It is.
Yes, truly.
All right.
Absolutely.
It is at Overture through December 8th. There still are a few tickets available.
Here and there.
Here and there.
Trust me, I've looked.
Some are $350, but check it out. Tickets.overture.org. No program next week. We are
No, I'll be
preempted.
doing my one-man overstuffed turkey show on Friday.
We're preempted by
Way to
football
go.
next Friday, so have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
I'll fly away with you with these sleeves right here, Bruno.
And I got a little reading to do.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you
do.
do.
All right. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
My brain wrote playback.